All right, we're back. I think I think we can do this, right? We can fit in an entire other game on top of that one. Why not? Let's go for it. Well, obviously going to erase that one. I watched, excuse me, one sec. I watched half of the ancient Donkey Kong Country Corruptions vid today, and then promptly forgot to finish because I was busy with the Vine Sauce panel from this past weekend. But then I saw the Rareware logo and immediately thought of that wonderful noise. I know exactly what noise you were talking about. That was like some of my earliest exposure to Vinny. I think I know my first exposure to Vinny was his Superboy video. And then I guess I found like some corruptions after that, but nice high five. Or low five, I don't know. I am going to avoid, for the most part, those animal tokens, because why waste time going to those bonus areas that aren't necessary? You're also going to see me purposely lose certain bonus areas just to make it go by quicker. Like this one. Because to get full completion, you have to, at least in this one, because there is no consistent reward like the Creme coins in the last game, in the next game, I should say. You just have to enter the bonus room at some point for it to count towards completion. I mean, I got that one, but at some point I'm going to get, accidentally, like a third one and just be thrust into a bonus area that I don't feel like doing. Imakuni's run of this was surreal. She didn't understand what was happening when she got the 3 animal tokens the first time. And then she had to do the entire level she was in over and was like, this is dumb. Is she not, I guess she's not familiar with the games? Like, from childhood, I mean. Not that there's, anything wrong with it just seems weird to me when there's like a major game or like something from this era, and then like somebody around my age like hasn't played it. I I mean, I guess people do the same thing with movies. It's like, how have you not seen this movie? And it's like, well, you know, some people just don't do the same thing as everybody else, so I don't mean to, you know, question that if, like, somebody grew up around the time of this game's release and has still never played it. It's like, you know, if you want to play it sometime, go for it. If not, don't worry about it. But I will say, to quote a certain gaming in the Clinton years fellow, if you don't buy this game, you are stupid. It may be harsh, but it's the truth. She grew up on Sonic. Yeah, I knew that. I just didn't know if, like, she had come in contact with any of these games, like, a little later on. I mean, you know, it's like the flip side for me. I didn't really play... The only times I ever played Sonic as a kid was, like, if I went to a friend's house who happened to have a Genesis. And my memories of that are very spotty. So I think, like, the first time I played, like, really played, like, any of the original Sonic games was, we got the GameCube collection when that came out, and had, like, you know, the first three and Knuckles, and then, like, a few other games on there. So, yeah, it's like the shoe's on the other foot. I did the same thing. I didn't play Sonic until maybe like 2003 or whenever that came out. And it's weird because, like, as a kid, I really liked Sonic. Based pretty much entirely on the cartoon, I guess. Because, like I said, I maybe played a Sonic game 2 or 3 times in my actual childhood at, like, friends' houses. So my entire knowledge of Sonic was just the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Not even the other ones that eventually came out or whatever. I'm not familiar with, like, any other Sonic stuff. And I know this is blasphemous, but I was Sonic for Halloween before I was ever Mario for Halloween. I was Sonic for Halloween in kindergarten, and I was Mario for Halloween in 1st grade, so now you know my horrible, shameful truth. Of course I would get the animal token. I was Sonic for Halloween. I had my plastic smock and half the face mask. I think I had, like, the same costume. Yeah, I remember it being, like, A smock, that's a good way to describe it. It wasn't like a full, like, thing that you would wear. It was just kind of, like, draped over me, I think. I don't know if we have any, like, pictures. I should... God, I should try and find them. Just out of curiosity. Morbid curiosity. How dare I? I get excited when I see the yellow cart thinking, oh, I found Pokemon Yellow again, and it's Donkey Kong Land. I thought that was like, you know, obviously before the Pokemon games came out, there was like, the Donkey Kong Land games had the yellow carts. And I thought that was like the coolest shit. Like, oh, you can change the colors of these things? Then obviously, you know, Pokemon did it with multiple other colors. A few Super Nintendo games and like N64 games had like different color cartridges. Like, I know Doom for the Super Nintendo was red, and there's like some black carts, and there's like some black and blue. Hey, it's Bungie. There's like black and blue N64 carts, but I think most of those are like stupid sports games or whatever. I found a Doom SNES cart at a flea market. Did you get it? Did you get the Doom Super Nintendo cart? Because I was looking for one of those a while back. I don't even know why. Like, it's not really, like... It's barely playable. No! I didn't want to do that. I wanted to take the secret. Guess what? How dare you compare Winky to Bungie? Yep, something like that. I will feed Winky planes and bicycles. Who is going to know what the fuck I'm talking about when they watch this? Unless there is an overlap of, you know, Vinesauce viewers watching this as well. Or if anybody happened to play Gigglebone games as a kid. I'm like, I don't I don't want to like talk too much about like other streamers and like other Let's Players and stuff, and like piggyback off of like their shit, because I feel like that's cheap. And it's like, you know, get your own fucking humor, asshole. Instead of getting by referencing things that people already know to get a cheap laugh. But it's gonna come up. I watch too much of Vinny for it to not come up. I'm... I had a thought. I don't know if it's a good thought. I don't know if this is a comparison I should be making. But I'm like bootleg Vinny or like store brand Vinny. Great value Vinny. Like I'm almost the same. You know, like he's an Italian, he's in New York. I'm Greek, and I'm in New Jersey. He's funny and good at streaming. I am not either of those things. I would love to see I would love to see a thing that's like one of those memes where it's like kids and they're like, "Hey mom, can we get some Vinny?" And the mom's like, "No, we got Vinny at home." And then it says like the Vinny at home and it's a picture of me. You're both oh, I thought that said you're both mustaches and not great with computers. You're both musicians and not great with computers. Vinny's an actual musician. I just made some songs before. I wouldn't count it. I think I didn't want to... I didn't know if I should go through or not with that whole segment because I didn't know if that was like a very blatant insult to Vinny by mentioning myself in the same sentence. I stole one of his fucking emotes. I'm a fraud. Are you trying to imply, Nico, that you are Vinny's Luigi? Maybe Vinny's Waluigi. I'm Wa Vinny. Oh, no, let's please, let's please not make this a thing. Oh, I don't want my first stream meme to be I'm like a bastardized version of an actual good streamer. That's probably not a road we should go down. Oops. It is really hard to get Winky through this level. I don't know why they even give him to you. Because you're inevitably going to just get hit on one of these millstones. I don't think I've ever gotten to the end. I always liked this level, not sure why. I remember really liking it as a kid, and I'm not big on like desert levels or like Egyptian levels for some reason, or like ruins. But I really like it, and the music, excuse me, the music is really good. It's David Wise again. When you playing Fortnite? When I get enough V-Bucks for some good emotes, I'll play some Fortnite for you guys. Disclaimer, no, I will never play Fortnite, because why? Not... Okay, that was interesting. I don't know anything about it. I just know that it's a thing. And it's like, haha, it's a meme and kids play it, and it's like dab and funny, and I don't know anything about it. I don't know even, like, I don't know what a Battle Royale game is. Except, I guess, Tetris 99 is the only one I've played. It's just, you survive to the end, right? But it's like, shoot. That's all I know about it. I mean, same with, like, Overwatch and... PUBG is in that category, correct? I don't even know. I streamed Fortnite twice, once as a joke, and once to get in the giant robot that all the Fortnite people hate. See, I don't even know what you're fucking talking about. I didn't know there were giant robots in Fortnite. Fuck the barrel. Fuck the Oscars. There are, I mean, look, I think we're already, you guys already know me well enough to know that anything I stream and anything I play just in general is just going to be Nintendo. On a Nintendo system of some sort. So there are some things that I would like to play but just don't have access to. And then there are some things I will just never play. I would not I said this on a different stream. I would count out Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Not because I think there's anything bad about them, but I have no interest. Undertale. I will never play that. Again, no interest. I'm sure it's a great game. It's popular for a reason. The creator seems like a cool guy. I do not care about it. I don't like the characters. I'm sorry. Not interested. There was a huge Twitter movement to get them removed, and I was like, what, they have mechs now? That's awesome. Why would the robots need to be removed from Fortnite? If anything, that would make me want to play it more. You put a giant robot in something, it's like, I now have like 250% more interest. Did I? I'm having a random, like, deja vu. Did I stream this before? Like, when I, you know, before my solo streams, I mean. Like, when I did other streams. Did I stream this game? All I remember is Mario Sunshine and... I think I did Yoshi's Island, and I did Donkey Kong Country Returns. Did I do this one? I feel like I remember it. This level particularly. You did Mario Sunshine. I always think this is DKC 2 level, even though it's not. DKC 1 had way more of like the barrel shooting than... Well, no, that's not true. Donkey Kong Country 2 did have a fair amount of like... They had like a bunch of new and different like barrel cannons. But then like Donkey Kong Country 3 barely had it at all. Fortnite children hate the Fortnite robots because the robots are super strong and fun to use. A large amount of the Fortnite appeal is for the kids to become the super popular streamer. I'm so fucking lost. I'm sorry. I appreciate you trying to explain it. But now I'm just like, what does the robot have to do with not streaming it and being a child? And I don't know. Oh my god, am I old? Am I a boomer? That feel when boomers don't know how lit Fortnite is, fam. Dab. I should just click end stream right now, I think. I'm considering it heavily after that sentence. Whoop. There is a barrel down here, you'll see right here. You cannot see that on a CRT TV. It's easy to see now because we're looking at like the raw, you know, the screen size as it was meant to appear. But when you played this game on a CRT TV, you know, it's like a little warped around the edges. Stuff gets cut off. I don't know how they expected anyone to see that little barrel. And I mean, it blends in too because it's brown and the background's brown. I didn't know about that barrel until I was way older. When are we gonna make TFT cool? Ugh, Jesus Christ. When are we going to make TF2 cool again? That's another thing I don't know anything about. So I can't help you there. The most I know about TF2 was like the Meet the Characters shorts that they did, which I thought were great. I thought they were funny. I thought the characters were funny, but I don't know anything else about TF2 other than that. Alright. So you know how the Smash people don't play with items because they want to be the best based on skill? The Fortnite robot is the equivalent to Smash items. Okay. Now it makes sense. They hate fun. That's an analogy I can get behind. I was never a fan of the Final Destination no items thing. Probably partially because, no, I am not good enough to survive based solely on skill most of the time in Smash Brothers. But it's fucking boring. I mean, it's fun to watch, like, a group of really skilled Smash players just go at it and do some amazing shit that I could never pull off, but I would rather have fun, thank you. What did I say? What did I say was gonna happen? Gotta get all the baby Rambies. The gold baby Rambies. And I don't think I'm gonna make it to the big one. Oh, I am. Okay. Smash is a 4-player party game with items on to me. That's, yeah, I like it as a party game more than, like, let's all settle our grievances. I've not, you know... We had a friend who, you know, around the time, like, Melee was the new Smash Brothers. We had a friend who was, like, really serious about it. And that was, like, the first time I experienced, you know, Final Destination, no items. And he would get, like, pissed. Like, irrationally angry. And then, you know, the longer I spent on the internet, the more I realized, oh, that's not an isolated occurrence. Also, Melee, why do people like that one? Smash has gotten better with every installment. I know I'm hitting you guys with, like, the edgy hot takes tonight with, you know, Melee is not good, Undertale is stupid, I don't know what Fortnite is. Also, no, Undertale's not stupid, I just don't. Like I said, I don't know anything about it. I don't really care to know anything about it. Because I know somehow, someone will find that clip. Even though, like, nobody is watching this. Someone will find that and get mad, and it will make rounds. And Toby Fox will show up at my doorstep. And we'll have to settle it in Smash. Melee bred a lot of basement kings. People who think they were way better than they actually are because they played against a computer or 2 to 3 people who they knew in real life. People like Melee because it was the first fighting game a lot of people played due to it being a launch title for the GameCube. I didn't even remember that it was a launch title. I totally forgot about that. We're doing this one again because I missed a bonus. There's no good way to go about getting... There's 5 bonus rooms in this level. More than any other in the game. And there's no good way to go about getting them all in one fell swoop. Didn't think I needed espresso. Which it would help if I went back and got him. I have been having an issue all of a sudden with we're gonna get some choice emote usage actually, now that I think of it. I've been having ants at my desk lately, out of nowhere, and I don't know where they're coming from. And like I put like 2 different types of ant traps down. I put one like under the desk by the baseboard, and I put one on the windowsill because I don't know where they're coming from. And they just keep showing up. I don't like bugs. Bugs don't bother me when they're outside, but for some reason, the second I see one indoors, it's like, oh, no, creepy, no, bye. I can't. Spiders are the worst. I fucking hate spiders. The more I have determined that the more legs something has, the more creeped out I am by it. So, like, spiders and centipedes freak me the fuck out, and but, like, if I came across one, like, outside, it's like, we're cool, man. It doesn't bother me. And I guess it's because I have space to, like, get away from it, or I don't have to do anything about it, but I'm not a fan of bugs indoors. It's like, just please stay outside. You're cool. I don't mind. Just don't be in my house. Vine ants, yes. We have ants in our bathroom. Traps don't defeat the ants. You gotta spray the raid along the baseboards of your room and the window. That's what I wanted to do. We have that. But I don't know about, you know, like, spraying that in, like, an enclosed space. So I was like, maybe I'll just do the traps. They're supposed to be, like, the ant goes in and there's, like, poison or whatever in there that they take back to the nest and it kills the ants or something. But it's clearly not working, because, like, yesterday I was at my desk, and I see one, like, crawl, like, I see him out the corner of my eye, and, like, now I keep doing double takes, because I think every little thing in my peripheral vision is an ant now. But I keep catching them, and, like, I kill one. I go get a tissue, and I kill it, and then 5 minutes later, another one. It's like, didn't I just got rid of you? What? This was me with the roaches a couple of years. Oh my god, roaches. Thankfully, I've not ever really had to deal with roaches. I've seen a couple, like, in... I've seen some in, like... I think I saw some, like, in the subway when I was in New York City one time. And I think that's, like, the most interaction I've thankfully ever had with a roach. Traps are for when you know where the ant nest is. You spray the raid to discourage them from entering the room. Okay, well then clearly I have to do that. Raid is usually fine as long as you don't spray it on yourself and leave a door open. Well, check and check on that, thankfully. So, if I keep seeing them, I guess I'll just have to do that then. Because I've about had it with ants. Didn't mean to do that. It's weird how, like, I have no problem with... Whoops. I have no problem, excuse me, with ladybugs. I have no problem with butterflies. But, like, I have problems with beetles, and I have problems with moths. And I think we're just... like, I'm just conditioned to think, like... ladybugs and butterflies are cute and pretty, and moths and beetles are stupid and ugly and gross. But, like, I guess that has actually been kind of, like, burned into the way of thinking that I have, even though, like, they're the same shit. Just packaged differently. I'm now having memories of, like, we had, like, these little, as a kid, we had, like, these plastic jars, and we would try and catch, lightning bugs. Wow, that was, like, unlocked memory of, like, summertime dusk. And just, like, running around with, like, these jars trying to catch lightning bugs or fireflies or whatever you call them. The hell was that? That's another bug that I'm, like, again, they're just beetles, aren't they? And I have it just in my head that they are cute. Because they light up. God damn it. Oh yeah, thank you. I missed that first bonus room, and I was like, yeah, I'll just come back and get it, and then I promptly forgot. Thank you. to get a bonus room that I won't even do anything in. Okay, we're good. Moths are gorgeous, take that back. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend people who have, you know, preferences to certain types of bugs. I just don't want them in my house. Fucking hell. That's gonna screw me up, because I needed... Espresso was in that bonus room for me to continue riding through the level, which I need. But now, I'm not going to be able to have that, I don't think. I might just have to take a death and start over. Again, not that I'm going for speedrun or anything, it's just mildly irritating that I'm not paying attention to how many tokens I'm collecting. Yeah, I'm just gonna start the level over. Because you do need espresso for another bonus room later on. I'm about to lose them. So in the time since the last stream, I went to a wedding. Lifelong friend. Well, he's known me all my life. All his life, right? Let me start that over. He has known me all his life. He's a couple years younger than me, son of a family friend. Got married over the weekend. And, I've only been to a couple weddings in my life. And, I mean, it was very nice, but I don't see the point. My neighbors, my next door neighbors got married a few years back. And they had the right idea, which is that they called over a few friends, a few family, went in their living room. They had someone do the, you know, officiating of the wedding. 5 minutes, it was done. And then we just chilled. And that was the whole thing. That was the whole wedding. it... It's just a lot of, like... why would you want to... I mean, maybe it's just me, because I get so nervous and anxious and I worry about everything that it's like, why would you want to put yourself through that? Like, why would you want to hype that up so much? Like, I get that it's, like, important, but I feel like I would just be worrying. There's so much pressure for that to be like, oh, it's the happiest day of my life. And I just know, like, in my case, I would be perpetually worried that I'm going to screw it up in some way or another. And then tarnish the entire relationship. And it's like, I don't want to make other people feel obligated to come or to, like, do something. I want to say it was weird going to my little sister's wedding. I can imagine, yeah. I mean, this was weird enough, just like being someone I've known for so long, and it kind of hits you like, oh. I mean, the fact that they're getting married in the first place is like enough of a blow to my sense of time. But then, like, they had, like, the toasts, and they gave, like, the speeches, and it's like, oh, here's, like, all this stuff we did as kids, and I just kind of sat there, and was like, wow, is that what normal people were doing in their 20s? And it was kind of, like, depressing. Put things into perspective. They're off getting married, and I'm sitting here streaming Donkey Kong Country, getting a bonus room that I already got, and not even taking advantage of it. So, you know, which one of us chose the correct life path? I think it's pretty obvious. People your age getting married and having kids is so bizarre, I'm not used to it at all. I oscillate wildly between thinking I'm great still playing video games and thinking I'm the worst still playing video games. It's, yeah, like, so many of, like, a good chunk of people I knew in high school are married now. And a good chunk of them also have kids now. And, like, I've gotten used to, like I've seen it enough that I've gotten used to it. Oh, nice. I'll just leave Winky there, I guess. No, I'm going back for him. Or not. Like, I see enough of it that it's like, it kind of feels normal now, but like, if I really stop and think about it, it feels weird. Because I don't feel like I'm anywhere near that point of my life. Despite having been on the Earth for the exact same amount of time, more or less. And I mean, we've already discussed my stance on children. So there's no need to readdress that. But as far as getting married goes, you know, I would like to... I don't know about, like, the necessity of marriage as a institution or whatever, but I would like to, in fact, have a relationship that matters for a long time. How do you even, like, say that? I don't know. I feel, like, so disconnected about that kind of stuff. It's like, I guess I would like to get married, but I wouldn't want it to be a big deal. I am, you know, fully content just if there were someone who was like, hey, I like you enough to be around you all the time. That would be cool. I don't ask for any more than that. And I was like, you know, I was on some dating sites for a while, but I don't think I've been on any in about a year now, because I just kind of stopped caring. I still care, but like I can't go through that much disappointment on a daily basis. Because, like, the dating sites were just not... Shit was not taking. And I got to the point where it's like I was spending way too much time on them. And I finally said, like, why am I doing this to myself? Because I don't think that's going to end up being the way I find anyone, regardless. So I just kind of quit. I stopped using dating sites for a year for the same reason. It was just getting me angry. Yes. Not angry at, like, for me, at least, not angry at the other people. Like, I was never necessarily upset. Like, I would, if I even got up, the nerve to message another person, I would never hear back. And, like, I understand, like, there shouldn't be, you know, any obligation to message back if you don't fucking want to talk to somebody. And God knows women get harassed on these things way too fucking much for that reason, because, like, they're like, oh, I'm not interested in this guy, I don't want to respond to them, and then the guy goes and, like, starts attacking them. So it's like, no fucking wonder no one wants to talk on these sites. I don't blame them. So yeah, I never got, like, mad at anybody for, like, not responding or anything. I just kind of got, like, mad at myself for how much time I was spending on it and, like, how much hope I was putting into it, when it was clearly, you know, not going to work, and, like, even if it amounted to something, it was probably not going to last. You know, it was probably not going to result in a relationship. But going back to the wedding thing, it was very nice, but like I don't even know how to act at like these parties and like social events just in general, because I've been to so few things like that. And I just kind of like sat there the whole time. I sure as hell didn't like go over like and dance or anything. I don't drink. Not by design, but I just don't. I've never found any alcohol that I enjoy. And I don't think I would enjoy being drunk anyway. I think I was buzzed like one time, and I didn't even fucking like it. I just thought I was like it just led me into a fucking panic attack. I was like, oh, I don't like the way I'm feeling. What's wrong with me? I don't want to... Am I sick? Am I dying? Because I had one shot. But I have not found an alcohol worth drinking, in my opinion. Because, you know, when I drink anything, I do it because it tastes good. Not because it's gonna make me feel funny. And it's like most people who drink alcohol don't even seem to be enjoying it. So I tried for the longest time, because there's such an it feels like there's such a social obligation to drink once you're old enough, and even like before you're old enough. That like I kept trying stuff, and I never like, nothing can mask the taste of alcohol for me. Even like the sweeter things that I think that I would enjoy. So eventually I just stopped trying, and I just don't care. And it's like, it feels weird mentioning that I don't drink, because then it's like I feel like people are gonna think I'm on a high horse or something. But I don't give a shit if other people drink. I just don't fucking like it. If they like it, that's fine. If they can stand it, that's fine, but... And then, like, at restaurants... I mean, like, I've come to terms with the fact that, like, no, I don't want to bother with alcohol. I'm fine not drinking alcohol, but I still feel like an idiot when I go out to, like, a restaurant or something with a group of people, and everybody else is ordering a drink, and they get around to me, and it's like, alright, what do you have? And I'm like, Dr. Pepper? Is there a bonus down here? Yes. Okay. I always play as Dizzy, Jesus. Dizzy Kong, everybody. I always played as oh my gosh. See, I told you this was going to happen if we went on too long, but it's only been 2 hours. So I don't know what's going to happen by 3 or 4. Let me try that for the 3rd time. On a lighter note, I always played as Diddy because I thought he moved faster. And you were correct. I do believe Diddy does move a little bit faster and has like a little bit better of a jump than Donkey Kong. And I guess the trade-off is like there's certain enemies he can't defeat or has to defeat in a different way other than just jumping on them. But yeah, I think I spend, right as I lose him, I spend most of my time in this game as Diddy, and then I spend most of my time in the next game as Dixie, as well as the third game. I can't stream for more than 2 hours. You're braver than me. I went, I was fully expecting my streams to be just that, 2 hours. And I thought that would be about all I could take. I don't remember how long the first stream was, but the second one, I played 2 Mega Man games, and that was like 3-some hours. And I don't remember how long I went with Mario World. And now we're doing this. We'll see how this turns out. I mean, we're getting... I think this is moving on a little faster than I thought, so that's not bad. But like I said earlier, I don't play... As much as I play video games, I don't play them for that long at one time. I take a lot of breaks. So streaming is kind of like very, very different of an experience in that for me, and it's like something I gotta like psych myself up for it, you know? I mean, which... I gotta psych myself up to play the game, and I gotta psych myself up to be on and perform. And I use that word loosely, perform, but... I know it doesn't seem like a lot to just play video games and talk, but it is different than just like if I were just sitting here silently playing the game. It kind of like breaks up your concentration a bit. And not that, look, this is the 4th fucking stream. Who the fuck am I? To be saying any of this as if I know what I'm doing. But I have done this a few times in the past. I've tried Let's Plays with a friend in the past, and it was a bit of a... There was a learning curve of trying to split your concentration on playing a game, even one you know very well, like this, for instance. This is a game I've played so many times that I kind of can just go on autopilot. But not completely. And, you know, then you gotta worry about keeping up. You know, filling dead air. You can kind of have some dead air. And we had this conversation on a previous stream, so I won't just echo myself, but it's different. So I do gotta kind of get back. All right, he's gone. I do kind of gotta get myself into like a different mood ahead of time. Which is also why I don't know how some of these streamers do it, like, on a regular basis, like, every night, or, like, every few nights or whatever. Multiple times a week, or, like, almost every day of the week. Because, like, once I do one of these, like, I'm exhausted. Mentally. And physically a little bit. I don't know what that says about what shape I'm in, but it's true. So I can't imagine having like this preset obligation, like just saying to people, yes, I'm going to stream this day, and this day. And be able to do it. Because I kind of just have to like wake up and see how I'm fucking feeling that day. And if it's good enough, then maybe I can attempt to stream. I feel like I get tired after 3 hours of streaming based on how long my Gex streams are. Yeah, I haven't really gone past 3 yet, I think, right? If I did, it was only by a little bit. I don't remember. The Let's Play tax, when you get worse at games when you have to keep talking, is super real. Yeah, and the... Again, like I said, I've had this discussion before, but I held off on this for so long because I thought I absolutely needed another person to be doing this with, or at least one other person. And like I wouldn't be able to just keep up with it all by myself. Like I would need somebody else to bounce thoughts off of and make jokes with. And the more I watched people streaming solo, the more I realized like how it's like a more chill, comfortable thing as opposed to Let's Play where it's not live and it's pre-recorded. Like for some reason, like even watching a stream when it's not live, and you hear like these breaks of like dead air and stuff, it just feels more acceptable for some reason. I don't know why. Like there's less of an obligation to be constantly filling every moment with conversation, although you should probably still, I mean, depending on what kind of streamer you want to be, I guess. That will determine how much or how little you talk. Chat obviously helps, so thank you guys for being here. Which was another thing, like going into this, I was iffy about reading chat. I was like, how are people gonna know when what I'm saying is me reading something in chat, or is it gonna be like weird reading it? Is it gonna come off as like disingenuous or stuff like that? And it's like, it's been fine, so. The best solo streamer is Day 9. Well, I don't know who that is. So he must be good. I don't know who most streamers are, to be honest. When, you know, when I open a Twitch app and it, like, forces all these recommendations in my face, I don't know who these people are. I wouldn't know who Ninja was if it weren't for him being like a meme of being the most popular Fortnite player or whatever he is. I would have no idea he existed. I treat streaming as my pretend radio show. Yes, that is like what I want this to kind of be like. Kind of like that, and kind of like a how do I put this? I tweeted it once. That my intention with streaming was to essentially be doing almost like stand-up comedy without having to get up in front of an actual physical audience. But it's also a lot of just like bullshitting. It's not like clearly you have not been receiving joke after joke. And if you came here for that, I apologize. But yeah, it's like a one-man like podcast radio show, which I think is like, I've always kind of wanted to do stuff like that and never had the opportunity. And so, yeah, like once Let's Plays became a thing and then like streaming was becoming a bigger thing and I paid more attention to it, it was like, oh, maybe this is a thing I can actually do. Whether or not that's true is still up for debate. We'll have to go a few more and find out if this is truly something that I have any business being a part of. And like the other part of it, you know, I keep asking and looking around for like, I know you can't play copyrighted music on Twitch because they will mute the VOD poorly. But I know like it can for like my starting soon screen, I would like to maybe play you know, certain songs that I enjoy and stuff, and just lead in with that, and then that's gonna be cut from the VOD. That's not gonna be in the final thing. That's not gonna be on YouTube because they'll claim the shit out of me, obviously, and it doesn't need to be in it. But I think it would be a nice thing to have, almost as like a DJ sort of thing, lead in with like a song. But I'm not positive on how to go about that yet. Or like, I don't know how soon Twitch's copyright robots come and mute you. Like, if it takes a while, then I can get away with it, because I'll have time to cut the VOD without any of the other stuff accidentally getting muted in the process. But I don't think that's a big concern right now. We're still not, you know, breaking a large barrier audience-wise. But, you know, oh shit. I've enjoyed this so far. I mean, it's like, it's nerve-wracking. I've gotten, you know, I haven't not been nervous about this yet. It's very nervous to, like, set up and, like, me looking at the clock and being like, alright, it's the time I said I was gonna start. And it's like, part of me is like afraid to hit that go live button. But, you know, once I get into it, I'm a little better. I was telling Sean the other day about the latest Twitch drama involving Ninja's channel being a landing page for other Fortnite streamers, and someone who used that to expose kids to porn, and the drama there was that Twitch allowed this to happen because they don't care about their consumers, as if it weren't an isolated incident and already taken care of. I saw the night when I attempted this stream, when I finally gave up on making it work, when I went on Twitter, the number one trending topic for me was Twitch is over party. But the problem with, like, some of these trending topics is, like, I go in and I'm like, oh, what's this about? And, like, I go in and it's all just everybody asking why that's trending. So I never get any information. So I'm wondering, was that it? That there was porn on Ninja's Fortnite page, or I already forgot. There were too many things in that sentence for me to comprehend that I'm unfamiliar with. You can't put Ninja and Fortnite and porn and kids and streaming all in the same sentence, or you're just going to... My brain is just going to melt, I'm sorry. See, like, I just thought I could just run into the Crusher there. That was a genuine accident. The other one was me being stupid. Regarding radio, I've heavily considered doing short DJ mixes before streams, but that's too much work. Yeah, I mean, like, I've planned this stuff so far ahead to the point that it like, doesn't matter, and is probably never going to get to the point where it does matter. But, like, I've been thinking about, like, all these things that I want to do on Twitch, and, like, all the games I want to stream, and, like, special things or whatever. And it's like, maybe don't think that far ahead. Take it one step at a time. Deal with your 3 viewers for now. and worry about all the big stuff later. I was looking at, like, the, oh boy. I was looking at, like, the achievements and shit for Twitch on, like, how to become, like, affiliate and how to become partner. And the only thing I'm missing for affiliate is 50 followers, which we're not that far from. But then I look at partner, and it's like, what was it? It said, like, have an average of 70 people chatting at once. And I was just like, well, that's not happening. Maybe that's not right. That seems like way too high, but I thought it was something like that. Either way, my average was like 1.96. Affiliate is easy to get past. Partner is such a huge gap. It did seem... So maybe it was an average of 70 people talking at any given time. That's a lot. You don't need to get people talking, just 70 viewers on average. That's still a lot. that wasn't the first time porn was promoted on Twitch. It used to be that the tag... I'm losing that chat message. It used to be that the tag for the value data themed card game artifact was being used to show porn and just cam rips of movies before it got shut down. I am like so far removed from this stuff. I had no idea like half this shit was going on. I live in like my own little bubble. Where the majority of the streamers I watch are people I know personally. But yeah, I don't know how... And, like, I don't want to keep dwelling on this. Because everybody says, well, it's just, you know, the more you do it, the better it's going to get. The more people are going to show up or whatever. But, like, I have no idea. And I have never had any idea for anything that I do how to promote it and how to get it seen. And I feel like there is such such a mismatched ratio of like how many people follow me on various sites and how many people actually interact with my stuff, which is very discouraging, to be honest. But like I said, I didn't want to get too much into that. But it's like I had like almost 10,000 followers on Tumblr by... I don't know what dark magic I inadvertently got a hold of to make that happen. But yeah, back when and I haven't used Tumblr in like 2 to 3 years now, but I did have like 9,000 something followers. But like I would post stuff and it would get like 2 nodes. So it was like, is my audience just a bunch of deactivated accounts? A bunch of robots? I would like to have a follower count on some site that is reflective of how many people are actually interested in the stuff I do. Tumblr being dead still upsets me. It kind of upsets me too, because I got in on like the ground floor of that, just because like I was really following a lot of people at the animation studio Frederator, and like friendly with them and stuff, and they shared their New York office with Tumblr at the time, when it was first starting out, like when Tumblr was just this independent microblogging platform. And that's what I joined in 2007 or 2008, I think. And it was like 100 people, and every post was like about fonts and photography. And then it just like blew up, and I still think it was a good, easy to use, simple platform, but just like too much bad shit got associated with it. And a lot of bad, you know, business decisions as well, obviously, and like it's been handed off to how many companies. And one time when I went to Frederator's New York office around that early time, I guess that was in 2008, I think. Because I was doing something for one of their shows. I was walking through the hallway and past, you know, had a brief hello with David Karp, who is the creator of Tumblr. Which is not a significant interaction, but it's like I've seen the guy. I got into Tumblr around Homestuck time, when Homestuck was a thing. That's another thing, like, that's kind of like in the same boat as Undertale for me. Like, I know it's a thing, I know it's really fucking super popular, or at least was. Undertale feels like the new Homestuck to me, and I don't know if that's a comparison that would be appropriate, or if that would upset people. But, they feel along the same lines in terms of fandom and popularity, and the fact that I know nothing really about either and have no interest in either. I want people who know I'm streaming, that I visit Twitch a lot, not by outside sources for them to visit and just follow, never show again. I feel bad. I don't know, like, how to... I mean, like I said, I don't really just know how to grab anyone's attention. I don't know what I gotta do to, like... If I'm making it apparent enough, or if people just don't care, or... It's whatever. Also, I haven't really been paying attention, and I just now realize we're on the last level. So I guess we are, in fact, playing the entire game tonight. But, no, like I said, I don't want to, like, dwell on it too much. At least not on stream. Because I feel like, you know, that's just going to deter people even more. Like, oh, all this guy talks about is how nobody watches him. But, that said, you know, thank you guys for being here. And for chatting, because that kind of... Like I said, that does help keep things going as well. But, you know, even if somebody, like, I understand not everybody is going to be available at every time for the entire... Really? For the entire duration of the stream. You know, like, it's not gonna line up every time, but I would like to get a slightly bigger audience of just, like, I don't care about, like, getting 1,000 fucking people in here. I think that would be frightening. But I think it would be nice to have, like, just a feeling of, like, a chill hangout with maybe, like, 10 to 20 people. Where it's like there's enough people for things to, like, keep moving, but not so much that it's, like, fucking insane. That's what I'm trying to cultivate with my streams as well. Like, that's goals, honestly. just to, like, if you want to do this, like, if this isn't a thing you want to be, like, famous for, it's literally just, like I said, it's like me being able to do a radio show or, like, stand-up or, like, some sort of, like, performance practice while playing video games and hanging out with friends. And, like, that's all I really kind of want out of this. I want to be the new ninja so I can be a weirdo 30-year-old man. I can't even read this. To be a weirdo 30-year-old man pathetically flossing on New Year's Eve TV while no one knows who I am. A single tear rolls down my cheek as I floss. That's my dream. See, now, why would you want like 10,000? How many fucking viewers does Ninja get anyway? I don't even know. Millions? Is it? Why would you want that many people to not see what anyone's saying when I could have 3 people and read stuff like that and have a good time? But yeah, like, I've seen, like, a couple other friends stream, and, like, I've gone into, like, some of their streams on occasion, and it's just, excuse me, it's just fun, it's just chill, it's, like, just hanging out. So it really is just a combination of hanging out with friends, playing video games, and performance practice. Because there are you know, like, stories and, like, stuff that I would like to tell or, like, talk about with people that are better suited to this sort of thing than me just tweeting them out, and also only 1 or 2 people caring about that. So, because it's like, oh, here's Nico tweeting out a 3-tweet thread yet again. I would like to do a podcast as well. It's just a matter of what the fuck would it be about and who the fuck would it be with. But yeah, I mean, this is only, I keep wanting to say this is like the 5th stream, but it's not. It's the 4th stream, and I think I'm getting confused because I played 2 Mega Man games in one stream. This is only the 4th stream, and maybe I'm being a bit too hard on myself. But I do enjoy this. It is fun. It is thankfully going decently well in terms of, you know, existing. So I would like to be able to keep doing it, and I would like to be able to do it to a wider audience. And, like, I keep saying, like, I don't want to do this game yet, or I don't want to do that game yet, because I feel like no one's going to see it if I do it now. So right now I'm kind of picking at games that I feel are, like, more, I don't know, basic, I guess, in the sense that these are, like, all games that I know really well, and, like, I'm going to be able to breeze through them with nothing that special happening. And then save, like, the more interesting ones, or, like, ones that I've never played through before for later on. and we're done. Yeah, that didn't even go 3 hours. Okay. I was really getting worried. The closer we got to this, I kept thinking, like, is DKC2 gonna take longer than I anticipate? Is it being overambitious to say do the entire prequel? But look at that, it worked out. $86 lives. Not enough. I didn't make it to 99. So, we're starting over. We're going. We're still going. We're doing another playthrough, and I gotta get 99 lives. I'm kind of surprised I didn't. I think I usually do end up with 99, but I beansed a lot of those bonuses just to, both because I genuinely did fail them, or because I was just trying to go fast. So, not that I think that's impressive to anybody, but I'm just saying. What time is it anyway? I don't even... It's only 9:45. Wow. Everything went better than expected. Now sing some of the DKC cartoon songs. Oh, no, that's not happening. If this weren't the end... If this weren't the tail end of the stream, I would talk about singing just in general. But we will save that for another time because there are some stories I can tell. That would be too long to fit in with the... we're not going to be here that much longer. You are not going to get me doing a, I don't know. They have, like, karaoke streams and stuff, don't they? Or, like, Let's Sing streams. I think I've heard of that. That's not something you should expect from this channel. Tell you what, if I better put this far off enough that it'll never actually happen. If I get 1,000 followers on Twitch, I will sing something on stream. I will sing karaoke to something. You can pick a song. I don't know. Pick something for me. And I will sing it. And you can refer back to me. Refer back to this. 40 years down the line when I have 999 followers. And we're waiting on that one more for Nico to sing something. Only if it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show intro theme song. I can arrange that. You know, I was going to actually say, when I was talking about, like, the wedding stuff earlier, that I have said in the past that I would like... This is very presumptuous, but, if I ever did indeed get married and have, like, a wedding, I would like... maybe not necessarily, like, our song, but I would like to sing at the wedding. I would like to sing All That I Needed Was You from the Mother soundtrack. But I don't think that's something I have to worry about happening. So maybe... I don't know, what's more likely, me getting married or me getting 1,000 Twitch followers? Whichever one happens first, I will sing All That I Needed Was You from the Mother soundtrack. And this is being recorded, so I gotta do it. That's the rules, that's the law. Anyway, look at that, we're done. It all worked out in the end. And it's not even late. And it's not even 3 hours. That's pretty good. I didn't look at... You know what? I didn't... One sec. Not that it matters. I did not look at what my time was. 1:19. That's pretty good. Considering I was, like... fucking up and walking into crushes and... losing espresso. Wait, 100. Hold on, wait. I missed something. Stream. Hold on, back up. Stream's not over. What did I miss? I have to go through every level now and see which one does not have an exclamation point next to it. And my controller's running out of battery, so... Oh, this one. What did I miss in here? This is gonna be clutch, you guys. Trying to think what I would have missed in here. And shame on you guys for not telling me. How could you? I feel like there's only one high... I definitely got this one barrel coming up here. Oh, I know what I missed, and I passed it again. So now I gotta... Yeah, I did this one. I definitely remember doing that. So yeah, it was the earlier one, which I bypassed a second time. Where that one, not this barrel, but the next barrel. Yeah, down here. Okay, now we're at 101%. Okay, 121. as you can see, averaging about the same every time, almost. Okay, well that's that. For real this time. Even faster. Oh, was that... Even faster. Look, I just sang. Do you believe it? I did the Rem Lazar sing. New record. PB. No, my PB is 59. Which obviously not on this version. That's on my actual cart, the 59-minute one. Which, oh yeah, by the way, you know how we were having the difficulties with the Super Nintendo? I have to buy a little... I got in contact with Elgato support, and they were helpful. Unfortunately, like, they researched the exact fucking TV I'm using, and found that the Super Nintendo resolution, is too low, I guess, to work through an HDMI thing. And so what I have to just get this little thing off Amazon. It's like $13, I think, to, you know, feed the Super Nintendo AV cables into that, and then the HD into the capture card, and then the capture card into the TV. And it's like, hopefully, A, that works, and hopefully, B, that does not cause, like, any further issues as far as, like, the game displaying or running or whatever. Because I'm kind of worried about, like, you know, running cables through more and more different devices. But if that's what I got to do, then, you know, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. So that does mean, you know, Super Game Boy will be an option. Like I said earlier, I gotta uncover the GameCube, wherever that may be, so I can do Game Boy Player, and then we can do Game Boy Advance games. I would love to do Wario Land 4 at some point. But like I said, that may be another game that I hold off on for a while, just because I want more people to be here to see it. But yeah, so that's what's going on with all that. Don't know when next stream will be. Hopefully not with as long of a time as before. Hopefully just in a few days I'll be back with something. I don't know what yet. Maybe I'll finish Super Mario World, or maybe we'll just do something different entirely. I mean, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to tell me. Maybe I'll say, yeah, why not? So, anyway, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Have a good night, and I will see you next time.